So, FanDuel released their power rankings for the upcoming NFL season. And let's be honest, if anyone's going to know how the season's going to go, FanDuel is a good example of a reliable source because for all those who think the NFL is scripted or the NFL is based on, DraftKings and FanDuel and making money, well, this is a good example of how it might end up going. So, the best team they have going into this season is pretty obvious, okay? It's the Kansas City Chiefs. And as we go down here, we're also going to show the other side. So, number 17 is the Atlanta Falcons, which, to be honest, I think that's kind of realistic to where they should be, the Falcons-wise, not the Chiefs-wise. I think the Chiefs, you have to put them in number one. They won the Super Bowl. You have to. There's no question about that. But the Falcons, I think 17 is pretty reasonable. Now, number 2, they're saying is the Baltimore Ravens. Okay, they're going with the Derrick Henry is the best thing since the toaster, but gotcha. And then Jacksonville's number 18. I'm not really too upset about this. I have made my rules when it comes to power rankings. As long as they don't have the Bills above us, I don't care. I really don't care. At this point, I've seen a little bit of everything, right? Seen a little bit of everything when it comes to power rankings. Saw Adam ranks, predicting the season, how the season will go. So at this point, I feel qualified for anything to happen. Number 3, they have the 49ers, and then they have, of course, the Chargers at 19. So Chargers at 19, 49ers at 3. I would probably say the 49ers are better than the Ravens, personally speaking wise. I think that, and it's not based on the fact that they went to the Super Bowl. I think the 49ers are a better team. I think all around, the 49ers are one of the best teams in the NFL. The reason why they choke in the Super Bowls, I can't explain that one. But they are one of the best teams in the NFL. Number 4, Detroit Lions. And they have Tampa Bay Buccaneers at number 20. Which, again, I would probably have the Chargers a little bit lower. Jacksonville, I would also have a little bit lower. Yeah, Tampa Bay. I don't know. Tampa Bay, on paper, is a great team. And I think they're going to be a great team this year. I got a lot of faith in Tampa Bay. And number 5 they have is us. They think we're the 5th best team, which, to be honest, again, I'm not upset by this. You can arguably make the argument the Chiefs are better than us. The Ravens, I don't know if I wouldn't say the Ravens are better than us, personally speaking wise. I understand how last season went, but we didn't have a quarterback. Take away Lamar Jackson and see how good the Ravens do. But with that being said, I think personally, I'm not upset with this list. 49ers, yeah, you can say they're better than us. They're a great team. The Lions, they're also a really great team as well. So I'm not upset with that at all. The Giants being 21 is absolutely ridiculous because what you're going to see real fast is FanDuel doesn't really like the Cleveland Brownies. Yeah. So they had the Brownies at number 22. So, I very much disagree with this. I do not think the Jacksonville Jaguars are better than the Browns. I don't think that the Chargers, Bucks, or Giants are better than the Browns. None of those teams are better than the Browns, in my personal opinion. So they have the Jets at number 6 here. I'm just going to kind of take this off. They have the Cowboys at number 7, Eagles at number 8, Packers at number 9, and Buffalo Bills at number 10. I think the Texans should be above the Bills. I arguably think the Cowgirls should be lower, but I just don't have faith in the Cowboys. I think the Eagles should be above the Cowboys. Packers could be a bit higher as well. But outside of that, for this top 10, I'm not against this top 10. Maybe reorder it a little bit, but I think this top 10 is fine. So for 11 to 20, again, reorder these two, and I'm fine. Actually, I guess my only top 10 issue would be Buffalo. I think Texans are better than Buffalo. But anyway, for 11 to 20, let's say these were the Bills right here, right? To the Steelers, yeah, I'm not too upset by that. And then I would say the Browns need to be inside the top 20. The Browns need to be either 11 to 20. I'm not upset with the Steelers being inside that. I think the Steelers should also be inside the top 20. Out of all the teams here, yeah, just the Steelers and, well, the Steelers already, but make sure the Browns inside the top 20. I think that's fine. I put the Giants way low. I put the Giants like right down here. I think the Giants are way too high up. I think they're being overrated in this. They have a very tough schedule as well, so that doesn't help them out much. But there's no way you could tell me the Giants should be that high up. That's kind of ridiculous in my opinion. Outside of that, though, I'm not really against this list. The Colts may be a little bit higher as well. Raiders a little bit lower. Yeah, but everything else I think is pretty accurate to what should be on this list, like ranking-wise of where players should be ranked. I mean, teams should be ranked. Miami is such a weird team because I feel like they should be higher, but I don't know. I think they're kind of where they should be. The Bears are just being overhyped, and we'll see how well they do. Yeah, for the most part, I'm okay with this list. I don't think it's a bad list. Again, I think the Ravens should probably be below us, but other than that, I think it's a pretty good list. I just don't get the hatred for the Browns. Like, the Browns' hatred makes no sense because they actually have a pretty good roster. Like, on paper, they have a great defense. They have a Super Bowl winning defense coordinator. They have Myles Garrett. They have a great defensive line, great linebacking core, great secondary. Arguably the best running back in the league. I think he's best, but, you know, a great receiving core. Obviously, it comes down to Deshaun Watson, but, I mean, at this point, they have a roster so good that even a freaking blind squirrel could at least get them to a 9-8 record. And I don't think 22 is going to be a 9-8 record, personally, but tell me down below your thoughts and opinions, guys. I'll see you guys next one.